So hello. So someone asked me about my kit, what kit I'm carrying. So out of a fit of a boredom, I'm going to do this. So we'll start at the bottom. These are pants, which are like sports pants. They're like shorts. I've got 3 pairs of those. These are really good because they will wick moisture away from your skin, sweat, and they will dry incredibly quickly. So if you wash them out every day, as most of these clothes get washed every day, believe it or not, they're good to go the next day, nice and dry. 3 pairs of those. Merino wool socks, I have 3 pairs of those. You have a good pair for bedtime, nice and clean. Then you have a medium pair which have probably been worn, and then you have the dirty pair which are sopping wet at the end of the day. So you rinse the dirty pair out and try and dry them out best you can. If they're still wet in the morning, you can hang them off your pack, or I tend to just put them on again because they'll be wet again within minutes with the morning dew. Merino wool is not meant to stink so much, but if you had smelly vision, you'd be gagging right now. Actually, these are all right. So I'll go with a jacket first. This is a Berghaus jacket. It's about 10 years old. It's synthetic. I actually swapped out my down jacket because I knew it was going to be too hot. This is, it feels thin, but actually it's really warm. I use this for snowy conditions, believe it or not, when I'm up mountains in the snow with crampons and ice axe. It can be put on. It packs down to a little tiny ball. And is so good to carry. The idea is down gets damp and then it doesn't work properly. This will keep you warm even if it's wet. So Gore-Tex jacket, this is a sort of a must-have thing, Gore-Tex jacket. I've swapped out my green one because it wasn't performing very well. It was a Montane one for my old Rab one. It's fairly lightweight. I'm starting to not like Gore-Tex because of the hot conditions. If you put that on a rainy, hot day, you'll cook like anything in that. And it's quite uncomfortable, especially going up a mountain. It's all right coming down, but going up, you sweat profusely. Yeah, I've got that just for Scotland. Gore-Tex trousers. I do have a normal pair of trousers and a pair of shorts, which I'm wearing now. But Gore-Tex trousers will keep you dry. I would not wear a pair of trousers underneath these at all. I tend to, if I know it's going to rain, I'll just wear pants under this. Now, Gore-Tex trousers, I actually almost bought a pair of Montane ones. I did have a Berghaus pair which got ripped on day one. Not on this trip, on another trip, and they were about 150 quid. So yeah, these are British Army ones, a zip along the entire leg so you can vent them, £25, lightweight too, happy days. This is one of my best items. This is a Paramo windsmock. It is just 1 layer thick, but this will keep the wind off you. It's been treated as well for waterproofing, so the rain will bead off it. It will eventually soak out. However, these conditions, whether it could be showery or windy, it can get wet, and then half an hour later it's dry as a bone. It's brilliant. It's a really good buy. Quite simple. It's just a wind sheeter. That's all it is, and it will actually keep me going during the day in the rep. Now I do have a little fleece. It's an armless fleece, and actually there's a dry bag there. Inside the dry bag is an inflatable pillow, pound shop pillow, believe it or not, and that is my my pillow for the night as well. I wear the fleece in the evenings when it gets chilly. Brilliant buy. This is the Sun hoodie. They are absolutely fantastic. This is a bug-proof one, so the little horse flies can't chew through the fabric, which they do normally. The hoodie goes over your cap, protecting your ears, but also when it's been so hot, I've put this in the water, dumped it in the river, put it back on. Oh, it's so nice, keeps you cool. It wicks the moisture away from your skin as well. This is just a small wicking shirt, incredibly lightweight, it dries really quickly. I just had I've got a merino wool, that's for night time, then one of those and one of those. I've actually swapped out another one of these, so I've got two of these on this trip now, because they do get sweaty, and basically if you can't wash them properly, at the end of the day I then wear the other one, wash it, and then hang it off my rucksack during the day, and hopefully it will dry. It's been so hot, it's been really good. Trail runners, now these little beasties have served me well. It's coming to the end of their life. They have got holes in, but this is, I did have another pair, brand new pair a few weeks ago. I put them on and it gave me blisters, which was a bit unusual, but they had changed the shape of the heel on these shoes, so I managed to get the old stock ones, which are identical. Now wait for it, nice brand new pair. This is what the tread's meant to look like, but I've worn it all away. Yeah, so they recommend, you know, after 500 miles to change them, so I'm doing like 1400 miles, 1300 miles. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to losing these, but I'll have to lose them eventually. I wear these for like an hour a day at the moment, just trying to break them in, or break my feet in. But these are like an old pair of slippers, lovely. Sleep system. So this is Helios or something, was it? It's a Helios EV. It was meant to go down to, God, like they said like -8 or something. It's good, but it's not that good. I would say 4-degree bag this is. It's a lightweight one, it's down. The problem with down, I've never normally wear down in, or have down sleeping bags in Scotland, because they do get damp. This trip I was terrified about that, really. It's like, well, it keeps you warm. However, I decided when I do go to Scotland, I tend to bring a bivy bag to protect the down bag or my sleeping bag. I normally do have synthetic bags in Scotland, but I thought I'm going to bring this British Army bivy bag, which actually weighs just as much as the down bag. However, when you put your mat and your bag, sleeping bag, inside this Gore-Tex bag, and it bumps the heat value up greatly. I have actually slept out in this on a number of occasions on this trip, because there was nowhere to pitch a tent, and I'm very aware of that. While camping, sometimes you cannot pitch a tent, it's not on. So yeah, maybe a bus shelter. I've slept out on the moors on it when there was just nowhere to camp. That's worked out fairly well. Sleep mat. This will horrify some people who go hiking. This is a 3/4 length sleeping mat. It's a self-inflating mat, and it does break down. It's a fairly small package. It's got foam on the inside, so a lot of mats tend to burst, and I was terrified of that. So I actually quite enjoyed this. You'll only get your shoulders, if you look at the length of it, you'll only get your shoulders and your hips and maybe a thigh on there. But then I put my rucksack under the end, and that covers my feet, and then obviously pillow for head. Brilliant. It's worked well. This is my backpack. This is a Osprey 58. I normally have the 48, but on this trip I decided to get a bigger bag and have obviously plenty of room. So things like going across Scotland, sometimes you have to carry a lot of food, which I'm sure I'll have to do, because there's not many shops. But these are the Osprey bags, and they're brilliant. There is a mesh back to it, so there's a gap between you and the bag. It supports your back really well, really comfortable. There are loads of really ultra lightweight bags. This is fairly light, it's less than a kilo, so really good. On it as well, I've added a British Army pouch. In there this is like my day bag, so in there will be a power bank, there'll be a bottle of water, there'll be some snacks in there, and the other pouch is a smaller pouch just for my phone. really good. The phone is in and out of there all day long because I use the phone for navigation. There's my tint. So over here we have first aid kit, obvious, and over here, let's have a look at electronics. We have a Sunny Bag solar panel at 7 watts. This will charge one of these up in a day, probably 1.5 of these up in a day quite easily. I tend to have that on halfway through the day. I'll plug this into my phone and start charging my phone with it, and then plug this back in. That way the phone has gained half a charge during the day. It's been so sunny, this has worked amazingly well and has kept me topped up. Very rarely have I had to go to anywhere to plug in into the mains to charge my equipment. However, apparently over 40 degrees this starts to fail, and the original one I had failed because it burnt the solar panels out. Can you believe that? In the sun? Oh, crazy. So at the moment that's on blue, so that's charging fully. Yeah, electronics. This is a Garmin InReach GPS, so you can put your maps on it. I don't. I just use this for sending messages if there is no phone signal. So I can send a message and give my location for when I stop. It can track me during the day, but I can basically, there are smaller ones, but this one I could get to work for nearly 2 weeks. So at night you just turn it off. When you don't need it, you just turn it off, but it will track you as well. This is really good. Also electronics, fast charger. This is great if you do go in a pub or cafe, you plug it in, it fast charges things so quickly. It's really good. I do have another power bank as well, slightly bigger than that one, but that's another story. Food, well, fresh food, something like wraps is amazing. Obviously you go to Co-op, meal deals. I bought too much food to start with because in Cornwall I didn't realise there was a cafe round every corner and coffee shop. But this is my general is wraps, Primula cheese, bit of salads, pepper, fantastic, happy days. Breakfast, porridge, Quakers. Don't buy the supermarket ones because there's less in the pack and you end up using 2 packs per day. But more importantly, these have added protein, and being a vegetarian I need that extra protein. Food, I've had one of these type of foods only. They are lightweight, they're freeze dried, but they're anything from £8 to £15 a pack. This has got 500 calories. I think the other one's got 800 calories. They're good. You just pour hot water into them. They're for hiking. Quite an expensive way of doing things. For 15 quid, I'd rather go to a pub and have a meal, personally. But yeah, if you're out in the wild, these are good. They're really lightweight. I've got a bit of an issue where I am at the moment. There's no shops and I've been stuck here for 2 days. I've only got like 2 days food left and I've got a 2-day journey. So hopefully I'll do it in 2 days and my leg holds out. Cooking system. I normally have an alcohol or methylated spirits stove, but because of a trip, I thought it would be really difficult to get hold of methylated spirits. So I've gone for gas. You can get a gas stove. I have actually got a little 16-ounce one which sits on the top, and then your cooking pot sits on top of that. I've always found that rather dangerous because the pot could fall off, so I've opted for this little one, which actually I'll probably use in winter because these are a lot better, lower to the ground, less wind blowing on it as well. I've got a little windshield for it as well. Yeah, cooking system. So this is a titanium kettle. You just put water in. However, couscous, in it goes. Super noodles, in it goes. Yeah, but on this trip I've actually been eating out rather a lot actually lately, but it's been nice. There's been a pub round every corner. So messages in the box below. You're going to tell me exactly what it is. I want some fun descriptions. Thank you very much for watching. That's hopefully that's all of it. Yeah, you can tell I'm bored, can't you?